Hello everyone, my name is Der Wolfschwein and I've got some great news for you. As today we'll be exploring the path of Illusiron, which I think is the best out of those 10 initial paths from 10 heroes. And also we will probably be finishing our first turn of this map. So let's get the two remaining artifacts that will be used here. And let's hope that we will appear at the bottom part of this dungeon. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we have 8 heroes already, and all places in those towns occupied by our heroes. So we will have to delete one of them. So goodbye, Archie. Now we free Illusiron, which is a very high level mage with sorcery specialty, and some spells, most notably Hypnotize, Berserk, and Slow. Our first enemy has 6,000 Magax, but no spells. So our job is to give him both Clone Spell and Bow of Sharpshooter, which will make the Magax not attack our Fairy Dragon because they don't want to hit their units. And also, here in this event, we have a hint that the hero would like to have twice as many of Magax, which means, of course, that he would like to clone them. Okay, the fight is very much doable, however, it involves some randomness. And for this fight, we need to get Chain Lightning right now on the second turn. So I will just retry this fight until we go to this position with Chain Lightning. Okay, we are back. We can cast Chain Lightning at the end of the second turn, which is vital for us, as we will need to deal as much damage as we can. And in this position, when there are only 2 clones, we can cast our spell so that the first 2 enemies that get hit are the real stacks of Magax, which means far more damage. So now we will need to position Magax properly. Actually, there are clones. Position them properly so that we can deal as much damage to the original stacks as possible and in the right order. Now we can go here. And we are safe. Now I will skip some turns, as the enemy has 99 power, so we should have no problems rolling our next Chain Lightning before his stacks, before his clones disappear. Now we once again need to get Chain Lightning when we are on our wait phase. Unfortunately, this is a bit random, so I just hope that we will get it before like 100th turn, because somewhere around then enemy Magags will start disappearing, and yeah, on 57th turn we got our Chain Lightning. So what we have to do now is cast Teleport and hit this bottom stack. Now position those clones at the bottom, and now we wait until this clone disappears. We can do it here, for example, to be safe. Yeah. Now, once again, we try to get Chain Lightning our wait phase. Great. Once again, teleport and hit the highest stack. Now we go here. Get this clone stack bottom. And we wait until this clone disappears. And also until this clone disappears. As now we will cast our Chain Lightning on this stack. However, the Chain Lightning should go from here to here, going up, to get damage to the enemy that actually can survive one hit. Because as you can see, there's only 200 of them, they might die. And we need clone to be here in order for Chain Lightning to go up. And once again, we wait. Okay, get Chain Lightning pretty fast. Now, once again, teleport, cast Chain Lightning, go here. Now cast Protection from Air, as there are only 4 stacks, so the fifth bolt charge of the Chain Lightning will hit us, and we cannot survive without protection from air. So all those moves that I did were to get to this position where there is only one clone and it's at the bottom, so that when we cast Chain Lightning on this stack, then it will get full damage, this will get one. No, this will get half damage. And this will get 1/4 of the damage. That's the only way to destroy all of them at once. If this clone was here, for example, then we would not get enough damage to destroy this stack. And since the enemy has 99 attack skill, we have 0, and he also has bow of sharpshooter, we would lose. So we needed all of that, all of those strange moves with the clones disappearing and reappearing at the proper positions, so that the enemy, when he has 0 mana, his clone is at the bottom. Now, we get chain lightning pretty fast once again. So let's go here. Slow down the animation. Yeah, we get our protection from air. And we survived. Perfect. Now we move here, get Fire Shield. We get inspired by those Maggogs and learn Fire Shield. However, we have to go back as this hero needs this clone spell. So we get Swan 2, save, and yeah, he appeared in the right position. So now we give this spell scroll to the enemy, the Illusiron. Isn't it from Game of Thrones? I think it is. Yeah. Now, the enemy has Fire Shield and Clone, some Black Dragons and Archangels, which are faster than the Black Dragons. However, not fast enough, as we have our all artifacts to speed. Now our main spell will be Hypnotize, as we need some means to survive. And the proper way to do this is to cast Hypnotize on this stack and defend. Right now the enemy cloned his Archangels. So we go like that, so that those Black Dragons cannot hit us. Now we cast another Hypnotize and go here. Now the enemy will cast Fire Shield if he feels that he is threatened, so we have to wait and wait once again. Now, as you may know from previous videos, some spells get the, let's say, abilities from specialty of the hero that has them under control, even if they are hypnotized. So even though those stacks are our enemies and he cast his Fire Shield, this Fire Shield is really boosted with damage from our sorcery specialty. So right now it will deal tremendous amount of damage, and this cloned stack resurrected our dead stack, so we can once again hypnotize it and block the buff. Now what we can do is destroy this clone, as it already lost its resurrection, so it won't be needed. And now we have to wait, or defend actually, until the Hypnotize from the Archangels is finished. Now, since we have pretty high defense and we defend, when this stack is out of hypnosis, it will decide that it's better to actually resurrect this stack than attack us. And also, the enemy will clone this stack. Okay, we can hypnotize once again. And once again. Now we do the same trick with this cloned Archangel. Prepare our Fairy Dragon with shield and fire shield. Now we can simply defend. Destroy 2 stacks of dragons with fire shield from Archangels. And the last stack won't be able to kill us, however it will die from our fire shield. Now, you may be familiar with this level 6424, and it is very unstable. If we pass our experience cap, and the hero should level up at this point, then we get some minus experience points. Our level goes back to 0, and of course our specialty is not so powerful anymore. So those water elementals are here just for that. So we get too much experience and we go back to level 0. However, it is nice to see that we actually can defeat such huge stacks of water elementals. Okay, faster animations will be needed here, definitely. Slow. And wait for Inferno to be cast by our Fairy Dragons. This is the only spell that will deal enough damage to them. So what we have to do is to go like that and wait for Inferno. I will probably just cut out those parts as we need to roll Inferno 5 times. And of course, Fairy Dragons have like 5% to roll this spell. Okay, we got our first Inferno pretty fast. And we repeat this sequence. Oh, we are pretty lucky. Great, another Inferno after like 70 turns, I think. And we have to recast our slow. Okay, another Inferno, and we will need one more. Okay, so I made a misclick and I couldn't go back to similar position, so I just replayed this map, sorry, this fight, and got definitely luckier with my Inferno rolls. So yeah, there are still some enemies left, and we need to deal with them using Fire Shield. So let's decrease enemy offensive capabilities. Let's cast Shield and Fire Shield. And now, as you may remember from my previous videos, the damage from Fire Shield calculates only bonuses, no penalties to damage. So even if the enemy will deal only 30% of damage because of our high defense skill, the damage calculated for Fire Shield is still 100. Same thing with Shield spell. Okay, I forgot to cast less, but I think it won't matter. Now you will see a strange thing. Yeah, we didn't deal the same amount of damage as previously, and my theory is that damage calculated for Fire Shield is now a bit less, because if the water elementals would really deal 100% damage without our defense skill and our shield, then they would kill us, dealing less damage than this value calculated. So once again, some strange things with calculating this damage. And right now, since we have even lower health points, the next hits will deal even less damage to those water elementals. Let's get rid of some of those. And we had some like 10 health points left. And just as I said before, we are back to level 0. So now our only enemy left. And finally, someone that has no immunity to Berserk. However, this enemy is of course very high level sorcerer with many damage dealing spells. So we cannot allow him to cast even one of them, as of course we would lose. So our job is to keep him under Berserk. Oh yeah, of course, I use Binding, and when I changed the spell, it was still bound to some hex. However, it was definitely not what I wanted. Yeah, right now it is good. And since the enemies that are hit under Berserk are taken randomly, so this Archdevil has 50% to hit this stack and 50% to hit this stack, we need to be a bit lucky. Yeah. Okay, that's really what we wanted, but I also have to hit this stack with lightning bolt. Yeah. Now we berserk this stack. Berserk it once again and use this berserk bag, which means if the enemy cannot hit us in straight line, if there is something blocking his path to our, let's say, this second hex of our 2-hex unit, then he will just stand doing nothing. And this is really nothing, as the enemy does not even wait or he does not defend. Now we need to cast protection from air and roll 4 chain lightnings. Right now we don't have to worry about timing because we can always renew Berserk when we need. Yeah, first chain lightning. Second chain lightning. Third one. And we have to, of course, remember to renew our protection spell. Yes, I know I missed one chain lightning. Okay. Now we are damaged and there are only 2 enemies. So we can cast all buffs on our unit and everything that could make us more resilient to enemy damage. Enemy. I think this is it. And now let's phrase it like that. If there are 2 archdevils, then it is actually better for us to defend and let the damage to them come from our fire shield than to attack and get hit by retaliation without our defense increased. Now we can hit the enemy with our attack, our normal attack, and kill 1 stack. So that's what we do. And here Berserk Bag comes into play once again, as the enemy still wants to attack our bottom hex. And since our first hex, frontal hex, is an obstacle for him, then he just stands doing nothing. And we are left with 1 health point, and we can finish the enemy. So this is absolutely amazing calculations. Bravo to the author of this map, really. And Illusiron now can meet with his friends. So the only thing left in this episode is to prepare for the next one and for second turn. For that, some things need to happen. Firstly, Kira needs to give back this black orb. Secondly, big crease. Let's go. I think here will be okay. And thirdly, since we defeated Crystalisi, this Crystal Dragon hero here, we can actually open this quest card and go stand here with Keeper, as we have 0 gold, and this is a quest card here, which requires some gold, which we will get from all of our towns captured. And behind it, there is a prison with Trump, a very skillful archer, and there is Admiral's hut, which will be needed for us to go here, as Keeper needs to visit the Seer's hut before the end of second turn. Yeah, actually, I think this is the proper position of our heroes for next episode and for second turn. Yeah. So I will finish the video here. If you liked it, then please leave a like, maybe comment and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.